Greetings, my friends. This is Sala, sharing with you a few handy tips. Once on board, be sure to place your supplies and loose items in the pouch in front of you. Now, for your safety, you must remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Make sure you keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport. Watch your children, and remember, do not gaze into the eyes of the idol.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Sala, Bob Joles. Yes, hi, Bob.
Hi, Brian.
First of all, today is a very special day, I understand. For you, it's Bob's birthday. Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Please pick one key.
Are you happy now?
Yeah, I'm happy. Annie.
Actually, that's not true. You're Sneezy.
Oh, that's right, I am.
That's right. Bob is the voice of Sneezy from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
On the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train ride.
And on the Seven Dwarfs, but in life, you were the real Sneezy.
Be sure to watch out for the... Thank you, Billy Gilbert.
Well, now, Bob, what was the first Disney job that you had? Because you have a longer history with Disney than people are aware of.
My first job with Disney was in the Fantasy on Parade 1980. They brought back live musicians. And I played tuba in the monk band from the Robin Hood unit. I was at Cal State Long Beach, just down the road a piece. And they had auditions for live musicians, and I came in, and I was one of the guys that was picked to do that. And I did the All-American College Band the next summer here at Disneyland, and then the next Christmas I did FOP again. And then when I finished at Long Beach, I was subbing in the Disneyland Band and for their tuba players, and found out through a friend who worked in talent booking, they were looking for a brass quintet to play in the Canada Pavilion at Epcot. Got four of my friends together, we auditioned for Sonny Anderson, and at the end of our audition he said, "Guys, that was great. What do you think about moving to Orlando?" "That's why we're here, Sonny." 10 days later, we were gone. We've got a 17-foot, 5 guys, college guys, got a 17-foot U-Haul trailer, and we filled a third of it with all of our worldly possessions. So I played in the Canada Pavilion when Epcot opened in '82. I did that for 5 years. I worked in the music library as a music copyist and arranger for the company for a while. I lost that job through no fault of my own, but anyway. I was not put on rehire status at all. So. Anyway, I came back to California, and my first job for Disney was doing the voice of Sneezy for Snow White on Ice in 1994. And the gentlemen that I was to work with were all of my heroes. Jim Cummings was Doc. Jeff Glenn Bennett was Bashful. Bill Farmer was Sleepy. Corey Burton, Grumpy. And Kevin Schoen was Happy. And I looked at the list of names and I went, Bob, who? But that was my first voice that I did for Disney, and that's been going now for 23 years.
And your voice is also heard in the Snow White's Scary Adventures here at Disneyland.
That I didn't know.
Yes, that's true. Well, I looked it up. I hope that you knew.
Well, perhaps I'm due a check, or was that just freebies?
That check is overdue, my friend. You're in Peters, I think. Yeah, I looked at
Okay, well,
my files
I must have done it if you say it.
I said you did. Now, let's talk about Sala really quick, because...
Yes, my friend.
Yes, my friend. How did Sala come into your life? I know how you came into mine.
The first time I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, I started imitating John Rhys Davies. It was very simple. It was, my favorite line is, Indy, why does the floor move? Asps, very dangerous. You go first. And I've been doing John for a while, and I started doing some of the video games that he wasn't able to do when he wasn't able to do Gimli and Treebeard.
That's right.
So I kind of have him in my back pocket. I actually went to a job one time, and the director said, "We're so glad you could come in, because John was just here yesterday." And I said, "Why isn't he here now?" "Well, he had to go fly somewhere and go film something, but he said on his way out, why don't you get that guy who does me?" So I've never met John. I'd love to, but I know he knows I exist.
Just very quickly, Bob at one point was on the Mark Twain. He was the voice of the captain. Then he sailed off into the sunset and is no longer the captain of the Mark Twain. There's a rumor that we have just finished redoing the steam train at Disneyland, and I'm not allowed to say who the new voice is, but
But I will.
And it hasn't opened yet, so...
It hasn't opened yet, but on July 29th, you can hear me.
Unofficially.
Unofficially, you can hear me.
Unofficially, possibly, maybe it's...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome aboard the Disneyland.
Don't give it away, Bob. Don't give it away.
Like that doesn't start every attraction.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely... Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for the